Kia ora te whānau, ko Mitch tēnei. I'm back again this week, week 4 of the Kahau Te Ao program, and I'm back again to share this short video about what I've been learning with this Indigenous e-commerce program and something called geometric growth. So in this video, I'm going to share a little bit about the strategic marketing strategy called geometric growth, as well as some actions that I'm planning to apply to help grow and scale my business and my Shopify web store. To start, I really wanted to share who has been teaching me about this, so let's meet the experts. The first is my e-commerce business coach from the Kahau program. This is Travis O'Keefe. Travis is an entrepreneur, business coach, and e-commerce guru, and he's also the CEO of this e-commerce program that I'm doing through Kahau. Another expert, and this is one of Travis's gurus that he's been taught by, and this is Jay Abraham. He's a marketing coach, and this geometric concept, I believe, comes from him. And lastly, I'm sure many of you recognise this tāne. This is Tony Robbins. He's a life and business strategist and entrepreneur, and he's been around since forever. So thanks to these three tāne, I've been able to learn about geometric growth and how I can apply these strategies to my own business. So what is geometric growth? It's basically a strategic approach to improving the performance of your business. I'm going to focus on 5 metrics that we learned last year with the Kahau program, and I'll share a little bit about them today. And these metrics or KPIs or data we can get through our Shopify analytics section on our Shopify web store. The overall approach involves aiming for small and incremental gains, say like 10% improvement across a small set of goals, and this means that the mahi results are exponential. A geometric growth approach makes growing and scaling your business more manageable, which is especially important if you're like me and you're the only person managing all the things for your business. To understand how this approach works, first we need to have a look at the metrics or data that we use to measure our performance, and then we can apply that to what goals we're wanting to set and create for each metric, and then what actions we can apply to help achieve these goals. So to kick off, let's look at the 5 metrics that I'm going to focus on. So some of you may remember from my previous videos last year doing the Kahau e-commerce coaching program that we learned about some important metrics that we can use with Shopify to measure our performance. The first one is traffic, and then we have customer acquisition costs, as well as conversion rate, average order value, and lifetime value. So if we look a little bit deeper at each of these metrics, starting with traffic. Traffic is a measure of the number of people basically either visiting your social media or your web store. And then customer acquisition costs. This is the amount you pay to acquire that new customer. It is a measure of the sales and marketing effort that you're making, and it can be measured in time and energy as well as putia, so money that you might actually pay to help acquire that customer. This metric's pretty good because it helps us measure the return on our investment. The third metric is conversion rate. So this is a percentage of the people who not just visit your store but become customers by buying something. And then we have average order value. So this is basically the average value of each order. So it's a measure of what on average are customers adding to a cart and then purchasing. And then the last one is lifetime value. So for me, this one's all about customership. I think I've created a new word here, but I really like it because I think relationship building is critical when it comes to our customers. I'm starting to learn that this lifetime value is probably the most important metric for us to focus on, as it's a measure of how good a business and a customer relationship is. It's measured as the total value from a customer over a lifetime, And I think with Shopify, I know I've got heaps more to learn about it, but I think with Shopify it's something that we're going to be looking at in terms of annually. So once we get a good understanding of all of these metrics, we can apply some goals to that. So the geometric growth approach when using these metrics means that we're going to plan to increase the performance of these metrics month on month, and the goal is going to be incremental by only 10%, which over time means that we're going to be optimizing our marketing activities to increase both sales and revenue. I might try and break down some numbers here. I'm normally pretty crappy with numbers, so these numbers have come directly from Travis in his teachings about how to kind of break it down and look at it at a more granular level. So if we look at an increase of 10% in the performance of, let's say, these three metrics, so the first one being traffic or visitors, and then the conversion, and the third one, average order value. So let's say we start with 1,000 visitors with a conversion rate of 2% and an average order value of $100. That is a total of 2,000. Now let's say we apply some actions to improve performance by 10%. So our traffic would increase from 1,000 to 1,100 visitors. We could action some things to improve our conversion, so improving our conversion from 2 to just 2.2%, so only very incremental. And then also let's look to improve our average order value by $10, so up from $100 to $110. That would give us a total of 2,640, which is exponential growth, and that overall it's 32%. So let's move on to now some tactics or some actions we can apply using this marketing strategy. If we start with traffic, some ways we can improve traffic is either improving organic traffic. You can do this by improving your content or adding more value to your online communities across all of your social media. You can increase traffic by applying some email marketing strategies, improving the lists that you're growing, and then making better use of these lists over time. Another way you can increase traffic is simply by paying for it. So over time my views have kind of changed regarding this. I think in the past me would have never considered paid traffic, but the now me can see that it's just another option we have, or lever we can kind of play around with, I guess, to see if it can have an impact on improving both brand awareness and traffic. With paid traffic you can do paid Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, there's a whole bunch. Another way to improve traffic is, and for free, although there are methods where you can pay for this as well, but for free you can kind of tidy up your SEO, so that's your search engine optimization, mostly through Google. This is just some really clever ways you can reduce barriers to your potential customers finding you online. Some actions we can apply to help decrease the cost of acquisition. One strategy could be referrals. Another frequently used online on social media are competitions. So it could be competitions that encourage content to be shared, or potential visitors or potential customers to be tagged in by current customers. Other ways to decrease your cost of acquisition include surprising and delighting customers. This is where you go above and beyond to ensure customer satisfaction. The next action to apply for conversion, this is a way that you can increase the conversion rate of your store. This one is all about value. So making sure you're adding value for the customer. Here you can highlight benefits and features, therefore educating the customer. You can improve your visual communication. So if you're selling products online and not in a physical store, then you want to make sure that visual communication, so how you're describing your products and what kind of photos you're using, are really effective when people are shopping online, because they can't physically hold the products. You want to make sure that when you're creating content that it's visually impactful. So again, photos and other content, whether it's both on your website or on your social media. The flip side to this is making sure that your content and web stores are not full of a lot of stuff that could be distracting to the customer. You want a web store that is well functioning, where you are confident that buttons are going to do what you think they're going to do. Other ways you can increase value to improve the conversion rate are to offer free things like free shipping or free gifts or other guarantees. Another commonly used strategy is FOMO, so creating that environment of a fear of missing out where products or services can be limited or exclusive. Some strategies to apply for improving your average order value. This is all about upsizing my combo. So turns out McDonald's have been doing this since ages ago. It's all where you can increase the order value by packaging and bundling services and products. Other actions you can try are upsells and cross-sells and that type of thing at point of sale. And then the last metric to look at, so some actions we can try and apply to improve the lifetime value. This includes auto-responding, so marketing emails that you can, once you've already got that customer on board and also hopefully gathered their email, so they've joined your tribe or they've joined your emailing list, you can follow up with marketing emails, and then kind of other products as well. So look for opportunities where you can create relationships that include subscriptions or membership, so you're adding heaps more value to benefit the customer. Well, that's what I've learnt so far, te whānau. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any pātai, feel free to leave a comment on YouTube, or even better, jump onto my Facebook page at Mana Ake. If you'd like to check out any of my current products, including our range of Mauri inspired streetwear as well as custom kākahu, you can follow us over at www.manaakehaupapacreative.com. Mauri ora whānau.